Boost like a pro. The ascent is here. I'm Aaron Hadlow, and this is the launch board from Harlem Kitesurfing. Reach new heights. The peak is here. Push your limits with the ultimate all-rounder. This is the Thrive. Boost like a pro. The ascent is here. I'm Aaron Hadlow, and this is the launch board from Harlem Kitesurfing. Reach new heights. The peak is here. Push your limits with the ultimate all-rounder. This is the Thrive. The proven Harlem Thrive and launchboard, the ultimate all-rounder, built to push your limits.
My goal at the end is to become a waterman because it's more than a job or something. It's just lifestyle of chasing the natural elements. When it's like 40 knots, big waves, strong wind, and I'm just there, it's like I know that's my place. I feel at home,
Italy's Lorenzo Casati.
If I didn't have my dad, I don't know what I was doing right now, Without my dad and also my brother, I would not be where I am right now.
I'm Renato, I'm the father of Lorenzo and Leo, and I'm here to help them for the quad.
It motivates me if I see that I'm kiting more than other people in the water. To see everyone is already going away and you're still there, like training and having fun, while everyone is already tired.
Lorenzo also, we did ask, is he going to perform to the same level as what he did being on new kites, new brand this year?
I was not sure if I was coming ready for King of the Air.
Incredible what you've done. I mean, a lot of people said that, you wouldn't be ready.
It's an intense story. 3 months before the event, we started the first test session. The final of the Kota 2023 was nerve-wracking.
What a riding here from Lorenzo Casati.
No, he didn't destroy that. He didn't. Technically, he's got everything there. He's got the double, he's got the board off, double back roll. This is really impressive stuff.
What an epic action here during the Red Bull King of the Air 2023.
Lorenzo, vieni a prendere Bau.
Io mi trovo più comodo così, poi avanti.
Ah, non si va sopra, no? Sopra.
There has been one day in which I have understood that Lorenzo had the passion for the ocean and the sea. I bring at Lorenzo for the first time in his life to make surf.
It was like my first day. I was caught some waves and I stood up on the board.
The best thing was to happen when we exited in the water. That was quite late. It was in the dark. As soon as we gone out, he looked at me. Dad, which time tomorrow morning we have sunrise. And I said, I think 6:30, but why? I want to be here again. In that moment, her father understood he had something special for the ocean and the waves.
When I was really young, he brought me with me on his board. Between the legs, he was kiting and I was standing there. When I grew a little bit more, he started doing some practice on the beach and started to get a little bit more into kiting, but still I was not kiting in the water or liking it. I saw Jeremy and he was like my same age. I was 11 and he was 11. In my mind, made a difference. Like if he can do it, I can do it as well. Because before I saw my dad and there were guys, but they were all like kind of old. I thought it was a thing for more old people and I didn't want to do it so much. And after I saw Jeremy and I started doing more.
As soon as they finished the school, they were the first one entering the water and quite always the last one to leave the water.
As soon as there was wind, I was just kiting and trying to learn new tricks. And then I did my first competition, Junior World Championship. I think I was like 14 or 13.
It's been really a period in which it was like 3 years that they were watching TV, and in TV they were playing the old edition of Kota. If you ask Lorenzo all the names of the previous hits, which were the tricks of edition 2020, of Jesse Richman, they know everything. That's why also for Lorenzo is very important, Kota, and it's like a dream.
If I didn't have my dad, I don't know what I was doing right now, you know. My dad always be like my teacher. He's helping me with everything with the kite world and what to do with the kite, but also outside of the kite, like in life. I think he really made a great job and I couldn't have asked for a better dad, you know. So he's just the most important person for me in this earth.
Sometimes we don't even need to talk. We'll look each one in the eyes and we have already both understood everything.
We're living together and share the same passion for kite surfing, but doing a lot of things together and to grow. I think it really helped to be close and yeah, to stay together.
This team belongs together. And that not only one rider makes the difference, but that this whole family, the team, will make the difference.
One of the things is that they are brothers. This means a lot. So a lot of times they make the training really like a game for them. They also have an objective to be in the Kota podium, but the small daily goal is to be better than the brother. One of the secrets of our family is that we are joined and we work together and we are a small team. Everyone gives his contributes in his team.
It's just nice to help him. If I train with my brother, sometimes then he will help me, you know, in some tricks. He gives me tips to do it better. So when I can, I help him.
That was new for us, to not only have one athlete that is pushing for the big goals, but that there is a family, a complete team.
Yeah, Renato, I think it's some months. He's already nervous for everything, but I'm more relaxed.
Excellent opportunity for all of you to understand what the judges are looking for, what scores well, what doesn't score well, and to give you a good idea how to kind of plan and activate your heats to deliver a successful journey through the competition.
It's really what the future is about, tuning those guys to get short line hits on your lines.
In a part it's not easy, but it's what I love, and I always try to have an equilibrium between being a father and being a coach. We work a lot at home in Canary Island to plan the way of training, and with some slow motion every day together. I take care of them with the camera.
The dedication in preparing that starts from the diet, from the gym, from the training itself, how they see what the material needs to do to be able to fulfill his tricks. I've never seen that in the kitesurf industry before.
I think we are probably one of the more professional ones.
In the sports, unfortunately, it doesn't earn so much money like other sports. So to be professional in the sport, maybe it's always been like an option and not like an obligation.
If you don't train with the right mind and with the right strategy, you can maybe train even harder, but then you're gonna achieve less. You have to train hard, but also train intelligent.
Everything is planned, and it's not boring. It's something that can be adapted, but we have a precise direction in which always push and go and work. And also this can change by what the judges require or see or what the competitors are pushing.
For sure in training, sometimes I'm trying new stuff and crashing a lot, but I'm also doing a lot of tricks that I can do already, because then they are probably the one that I'm gonna do in competition and have them really steady. The trick that I do in competition at the end are tricks that I've really doing a lot of time and have them really confidently, so will not crash.
When Lorenzo said Harlem, everyone said, who? I have to be honest, the first time Alex contacted me, I never heard that Harlem in my life.
I knew Harlem, but I was not sure, I didn't know they had the new kites. I never thought they could have a good kite for bigger, I always saw the kite and I was like, yeah, it's okay, but I can't win a competition or I'm good with this kite.
Alex called me, then he said to me, we are Harlem and we have the right kite to win the quota. And of course I thought, oh man, one of the many that try to sell smokes, We
were with 3 people on the beach, and Lorenzo was as cool as he always is. Victor and me were a little bit nervous. He went out on the 6 meter, and I think the second or third jump he made was straight away a double loop. He came back with a kind of smile on his face. Yeah, I like this guy.
When I call my dad and I tell him, yeah, maybe we can join Harlem.
From the tone of his voice, I already perceived that that was what he was searching for.
Yes, good. E cosa? Hanno lanciato la quota.
Bene.
Siamo pronti?
Sì. Sì.
9, 9,5, 9,25 e quindi rispetto a 8,5, 8,5, 9. E quindi alla fine ho messo su un punto e mezzo in più, ipotesi. Nell'overall questo punto e mezzo ce lo ritroviamo, era che parte rispetto a uno che ha chiuso 9 trick e di cui comunque quasi tutti abbastanza buoni tecnicamente, capito?
A lot of people maybe didn't thought I was going to be ready or even didn't know if the kite was going to work, but I've been through a lot of uncertainty, the first of the period that was without sponsor because I didn't know what to do.
He was in a really difficult month because he missed the Red Bull Mega Loop and the FullPower Tarifa.
I was not sure if I was coming ready for King of the Air.
It's an intense story. You have to imagine, we started with Lorenzo in September, so that is 3 months before the event, we started the first test session. And then it was not even sure if he wants to go with Harlem.
So that day in which Lorenzo tried, I was already in a small tension because we were really starting to be near the quota period and was missing time.
I always had in my mind that I could make it, but also a lot of time I was maybe, I don't know if thinking of I can do good or I can do bad. It's not the same thing as training all the year with the same kite, but still in that 6 weeks, I trained as hard as I could, trying every setting, everything to just come ready for King of the Air. So for sure was in a bit of a rush and not the best way, but at the end I think I made it work. If you always know your kite is gonna catch you and you feel safe on the kite, then you're gonna push more, and that's the part that also helped me arrive more ready at King of the Air, that I could trust the kites.
Boys still sleeping? Lorenzo was awakening now, yeah, for sure. And it's strange, Lorenzo usually sleeps until very late. And of course today it's a little bit more exciting. And you have to look at the table clock. Yeah. It's already full on, huh?
Yeah.
It looks promising, eh?
It's 3 hours, 4 hours before the start event. I visualize everything since the moment we go down in the beach and we prepare and pump the kite and we check the stream and the pressure of the kite and the first launch and the first tricks Lorenzo is doing in training, deciding which are the strategies for his hit, looking the other hits before Lorenzo, what the judges want to see. It's a continuous process of 300 thoughts in your mind per second.
Good afternoon and a warm and windy welcome to all of you from around the globe to the 2023 Red Bull King of the Air, the 11th King of the Air since this incredible event found its way back into the world of kiteboarding.
Lorenzo is the coolest horse in the circus. I never saw Lorenzo nervous in any way.
I think it's good because maybe sometimes someone has too much pressure, is too much stress before competition, and I don't think it's good for your health. I mean, I'm never under tension if I'm not competing, I'm always, also if I'm kiting, I'm okay, I'm not stressed because at the end it's what I do to have fun, so I'm not going to be stressed.
He's one of these riders that have nerve of steels, that are very focused. At the moment, you need to count on him. So I only know a few people in the industry that can have, with this age of 18 years, that strong focus.
You'll be watching Lorenzo Casati defending his title.
In the moment of the competition, everything must be ready. You have to compete in 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes is the result of 1 year of works with a lot of sacrifices, with so many hours.
And this King of the Air and also the one of last year, my dad was helping me for everything, strategies, and Leo is more helping me now with kite change, preparing the gear, everything, make sure it's ready. That was okay, almost all day,
This is Casati, last year's champion.
Opening up his first trick against Timo Boersema and Steinmühl.
During the competition, we have this special connection in which quite on each trick we are in contact and we decide on the fly together which is the best strategies in that moment.
I was in the water at the end, I was just doing my tricks that I know I could do and having fun, for sure. It's not the same as you go with training because you're in competition, it's different, but I was, okay. And then when I started to land all my tricks, I was feeling super good, really confident, and, just riding really good.
Lorenzo with the laid off kicker there, but not just a very casual board off megalith. That, but Lorenzo Casati responding with what looked like a double board flip. He's got a wave underneath him.
What a landing.
Oh, what negotiating of the landing there.
Oh, and on the buzzer, Lorenzo Casati decides to jump, going in as well.
These riders will try and get some training in, but realistically, they're not going to have time. The next time we see good wind here, we'll be running the quarterfinals.
How do you feel that Lorenzo is doing on his new gear?
I feel like he's doing very well. I think he obviously hasn't had that much time to prepare.
Yeah, but I was fighting. I was really underpowered. Yeah. Imagine if it was good. Underpowered.
Yeah.
Just was underpowered.
Yeah. Before when I was up there, I was way bigger. I'll just say it's becoming more and more technical as well. The guys are really narrowing down the margins of the board size, kite size, bridles on the kite dimensions, kite profile. So the guys this year are really talking a lot of anticipation for how the equipment and the evolution of the equipment in the coming years is just going to push the sport to a whole new level.
With Harlem, you and Apple Tree, I think it feels more than, it's just your sponsor. I think it feels like a family. The human side, they're really open to everything. We go together to eat, we speak, we have fun. It's something more than just they sponsor you. It's something that you share moments and emotion with them.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lord Lorenzo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the 18th man. Enjoy. We made you a nice kite. Harlem Force out of cafe. You have your wish? Yeah. Ready?
I keep it for myself, right?
Yeah, and don't tell us, don't tell us.
Sometimes I had the impression that not all the brands had understood this kind of approach. They should take this experience like we are a small team family, working together with the brand. So there should be, in my mind, not so much difference from our small family and the bigger family of the brand. The common union between these three brands has been the idea on behind everything, that is to collaborate with the kids, to create something together.
Good afternoon, all of you from around the world, to the beautiful city of Cape Town for day 2 of the 2023 Red Bull King of the Air. We are coming to you live from the city of Cape Town, Kite Beach, the kite surfing mecca of the world.
Heat number 18, the rider that has the most appearance here, 10 consecutive appearances. Aaron Hadlow up against Lorenzo Casati. Both of them know what it takes to win the Red Bull King of the Air, so this could be very, very interesting. We could see 20 years of kiteboarding experience unleashed here on this heat, and will Lorenzo have an answer?
They're both riders taking off at the same time.
What do you think, lads?
Well, I mean, Lorenzo is defending his title. He just had a major sponsor change. He's on some new gear with the Harlem kite.
Straight into another move, lots of height, wind's picked up here, straight into a back roll mega loop, multiple rotations, that's 3 for me. I think he's changing kite, he might be getting into a doubles here. Yes he is, kite change.
Aaron Hadlow, the 5-time world champion, is heading out towards Robben Island. He throws down the accelerator, pops off a shallow kicker. Front rotation, contra loop, board off. with another front rotation on the way down. That's going to do good. Lorenzo. Wow. Double from Lorenzo Casati. Magnifico. They dropped the scores. Aaron Hadler will no longer be competing, but what a heat from both of these riders.
Casati's tactics were spot on.
Incredible. Jamie Overbeek, Lorenzo Casati, first place and second place finisher from last year's King of the Air. Unfortunate that one of these gents will be going home after this. There goes the buzzer for the last semi-final.
Coming out of the gate with a 6, hoping he's got enough height.
Oh, but as we see, with probably the sickest S loop we've seen at the King of the Air, Lorenzo Casati. Jamie reaching for the skies. Look at that shot. Double front roll board off. It's incredible. Bella, bella, bella. Magnifico. As we see, Jamie, a delayed takeoff on the ramp. Double back rotation. Not a lot of height. Tornado. Mega loop on the way down. Here we go. Casati.
Oh, with a double.
A nice double. Back roll board off.
We have a full Italian final. Lorenzo Casati will be joining Andrea Principi and Jeremy Berlando.
And what, these are all friends, you know?
I think it was always, like a dream to all three be together in the final.
The final of the Kota 2023 was nerve-wracking. It was the most epic final I've ever seen on the King of the Air here in Cape Town.
The first thing I maybe felt a little bit was the wind was a little bit lighter in the final. And that's, for me, that I'm quite heavy, maybe a little bit of a problem. When the wind is not strong and you are small, then you don't go the same high. But still, I went into the heat, for sand.
There we go.
Casati.
Again with a double mega loop board off and a front rotation added there on the way down.
Heading out, he spots a kicker, lifts his kite up.
That's
even more aggressive than the one before. He had more height on this one. But we're seeing incredible scores. Casati.
Wow.
Oh, double boogie loop board off. Does he stick it? This could score big.
And the board spin, I think, as well. Ruben, we're seeing tricks we've never seen landed before.
But what a riding here from Lorenzo Casati. Here's Andrea Principi, also got a nice kicker.
Taking off. Contra loop with a double contra loop. And can he stick it this time? Yes, he can!
I know I was behind, Renato told me, you need to do something good because you're behind Andrea, and I thought that it was snake loop.
No, he didn't just try that. He didn't just try that. He didn't.
One more meter and, was for me really different, I think. But still, I'm happy that I had the confidence with the kite to try it.
Another back roll.
Double back roll
board off. Double mega loop. What a landing then from Lorenzo.
So I kind of know in my mind that I've lost. I got second, and for sure I was, a bit disappointed. But sometimes it's part of the game, and you can do nothing. You can just take it as a lesson and improve for the next year, for the next competition, and take example, and become better. With that wind, I gave my 100% and even did things I maybe was not expecting to do,
In Italy, we said, when you have already the belly full of food, you don't need any more necessity to eat. It will help us in progressing and going better for the next events.
He didn't got that much time to train. It's still good that he got second in the King of the Air.
Winning move, a double cut loop, double back roll board off. Italy's Lorenzo Casati.
I wish to have a revenge. There are a lot of lessons that we realized. We have seen that the direction we have taken 1 year ago, it was good. Still, we have to try to be always ready to what the judge wants to see and wants to score. The part of the equipment will be in a good part determining also to get some results. We are working hard now with Brainchild and Harlem to create something that can be more useful for Lorenzo.
I'm really looking forward to show the world what the family can do. I'm pretty sure if there are 5 knots more compared to this year in the finals, everybody has to sit tight then for Lorenzo.
So I think we can really work together as a family to do something new.
In the coming months, we will intensively prototype with Lorenzo on new models.
With the right feedback from me and with the right work from the company, I think we can take it for the next level. In January, we start training really more than ever before, like even harder. Gym, kite, everything ready for the next season. Next year, I want to try to take that first place. My goal at the end is to become a waterman because I also want to have like bigger goals. So I want to try to be the first one to become world champion in bigger strapless and wave riding. I want to be, like as complete as possible, and that's my goal, to be the first to win all the 3 different specialty. The best, on the same year. That's my end goal, like be world champion in strapless and wave riding, be world champion in bigger, and then also win King of the Air the same year. I want to try to inspire more people to spend as much time as possible on the water and doing what they like to do. Yeah, stay with the elements. But it's a lifestyle, to live the day, wanted to go on the water and looking for the condition every day to stay at the end on the water, looking the forecast, see where there is wind, travel, there's a wind, there's a wave.
Knowing my son, I am quite sure he will arrive far. He dreamed to leave a sign in the kitesurf history. And my role of father is just to suggest him, to give him the wing to fly, and he has to fly. You spend all your days to work, and you realize that you have lost probably the best part of your life. That for me it was watching growing my son and trying to give them a hand in this journey and this process until they have the capacity to fly alone. I mean, and this is probably the best part of my life.
Yeah, so Leo, I think now is starting to, becoming better at kiting. And he's 14, and like I remember when I was 14, I was doing nothing of what he's doing. We're gonna have for sure one day a final together.
It will be a close final, and I will beat him.
There will be for sure a moment in which little by little our connection will take another direction. So still I will be there with less importance, but always with the same love I had always had for them since they were born.
I want to thank my dad for everything that he has done to me from since the beginning and still doing and will do in the future. Really love him.